Look at this. We got look at
What
outdoors.
TK got going on?
Got a
TK.
little 3-season porch, and the season starts now.
I see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we outside. Literally. We
Yeah,
outside today.
So are the screens up or is that glass?
that's the screen. So
Wow.
glass is, I think, 4 seasons. I don't know why. Wouldn't it just be a patio then? This is all screen, so everything you can feel the air coming right
But
in.
so you don't have the you
Nice.
don't have the glass, like you can't pop the screens out and put glass up.
I guess you could. There's
Oh,
like a million doors too. There's like one, two doors, and then one door to the inside. So
Yeah,
it's nice, but you guys can see the backyard from here.
man,
that's that East Coast right
hopefully
there.
De'Aaron makes an appearance.
I know. I saw Vivica earlier today. She was walking down the street, just chilling.
And you can
Vivica.
differentiate the two.
Yeah, what's going on with you? You got a little something going on. You got the
It's all
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
It's all
I've had
bad.
that before.
Yeah, no good. No
The
good when you talk 7 hours a day.
Yeah, you got the Did you get the medicine ball from? Yeah, you know what it is. People who talk for a living, they know about that secret In-N-Out burger medicine ball from Starbucks.
Yeah.
It's like the
Medicine ball.
it's the bomb. I could go for a medicine ball right now, and it's hot out.
What you think about tonight? Kings, Warriors, G1C. What you think?
I wish I was rocking there with you guys so much. That's all I could really think about was like, man,
Kings were 2-0 when you were in the Golden One Center last year.
yeah, we were like, man, I wish I could just run that baby back. My
That was
co-host
big.
is one of my co-hosts is on the early show. He's doing 6 to 9 for this whole week, or I might try to I might have tried to do that, but I can't get too greedy because I'm hoping that you guys we figure out a way to beat the Pelicans after they get smacked by the Lakers. I think it's going to be close. I think a lot of people believe that the Kings are going to get beat down. If you're a betting person, if the Kings go up double digits in the first half, you probably have to take the Warriors
Oh,
as,
no.
underdogs against the spread. Not to win, but just to cover that big number because I think there's no shot that the Warriors are going home for the season without a big time fight. And we had Willie Z on, who's on today with you guys, right? He came on before me, or he's after me?
He's after.
After. So let's spill a little of the Willie Z insight tea. If you didn't listen to the episode of the Heat Check, is statistically speaking, Warriors and the Kings both are gonna give up threes and not give up a lot of points in the paint or opportunities in the paint. So if we can get Davion going and we can get Keon going and De'Aaron Fox going, I think there's a real shot. I'm a little concerned about Keegan because I watched him have some bad games in the playoffs against the Warriors, and then I watched him have some good games. So I'm not going to rely on his 3-point shooting to be what gets it done, but defensively, it's going to be a whole different story, right? You're gonna have Keon on Steph 1-on-1 pretty much the whole beginning of the game, and see what happens from there. No blitzing. I think there cannot be any blitzing. I think Steph is way more scary when he's being double teamed and getting the ball to the open man than he's just being D'd up 1-on-1. So yeah, I think it's going to come down to who makes shots. And what I saw in those first 2 games, it was tough. Making shots was tough. And without Malik Monk as the spark plug to get you those razzle dazzle buckets, I don't know who's going to be the one to step up. And I'm a little worried about Sabonis. He seems to get pushed around against the Warriors big men. Is that going to happen against Trace Jackson Davis? I don't know. Are they going to pull out Kevon Looney from the crypt? Are they going to dust him off for this matchup? Because that's what I want to know. Kevon Looney had like 22 boards in this matchup in the playoffs last year.
Yeah. We kind of, some people kind of forget about that. The offensive rebounding was obviously a huge issue against the Warriors last year, and some of that was Kevon Looney. A lot of that was Kevon Looney, and what he was able to do. So I'm with you, Trysta. Like, I don't know, the guy hasn't played. He's not really in the rotation or nothing like that. They're just going to dust him off and bring him out there and expect him to get, another 15 to 20 rebounds and stop Sabonis again. I seem to be asking a lot, but if he's not playing, I think one of the keys is dominating the boards in this game, both offensively and defensively for either team.
Yeah, that'll be big. That'd be really big. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. The big man matchup is curious to me. And then obviously you've got Kuminga and Pajemski, who were not. I mean, Kuminga was getting played off the floor. We were watching him get barbecued chicken. Like he could
Yeah.
barely stay in there. Was it game 1 or game 2 where it was immediate? Like, yo, you gotta go. The 6 minutes that you've been on the floor. What was it, game 2? Yeah. The 6
Yeah.
minutes you've been on the floor, we've given up like 11 straight buckets. So he now plays 30 minutes, and defending him's tough, but I don't know how he's going to do defensively. And then Pajemski, he's so big. He's versatile, and like, I don't know how he's going to factor in either. So there's new players for both teams that I think change the complexion of this matchup. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game, though, honestly. I think defense is going to be, the moniker of what both teams try to achieve.
That's interesting. You go back to the last time they played, it was 134 to 133. The thing that I keep getting hung up on with that one, TK, HB had 39 in that one.
That was crazy.
HB Harrison had 39 in that game, and the Kings won by 1. And we've been talking about how everything has to go perfect. It's got to go perfect for Sacramento without Malik. It's got to go perfect without Kevin Huerter. You got 39 from Harrison Barnes, and you won by 1. I mean, I'll take it. I'm just saying, ooh, that's tough.
Is this win sweeter to you guys? So say Kings send our illustrious dubs home, and then lose to the Pelicans again. Does that feel better than playing the Lakers, beating the Lakers, and like getting swept? Like, and does the feeling of sending the Warriors home have a special feeling to you?
And they don't make the playoffs?
Yes.
No, absolutely not. Not for me.
It
not
does,
for me.
It does have a little juice.
Not for me. So my thing when today started was, and this wasn't my thing when today started. This was my thing when I realized we got a 9-10. Like, you've got to win 2 games. It was, I don't even know, like, not that I won't be excited, but how much do you really gloat? How much do you really have fun, with Bonte and Butch if the Kings win? Because they got to win another game. They could both be home by the weekend. That's what I've been hung up on. Now, I would love for the Kings to test this. I would love for them to, okay, we got the dub. How you feel now? I would love for that to happen. But right now, I feel like, I wouldn't. I need that. I want them to get to the playoffs.
I mean, and you're right about that. Like, in general, like the goal is the playoffs. That's what you want. But I'll tell you like this, I'd have a good time with it. Find me on Twitter if the Kings win tonight. I'm gonna have a good old time with it. It's in the drafts. It's ready to go. Come Thursday, then I'll be like, all right, well, job's not done. You still got to get to the playoffs. But Wednesday and Tuesday night, I'm gonna have a good time, because that could go for anything, right? Like, if you, like last year, how much are the Warrior fans really gloating to us because they got their ass beat in the very next round? You know what I mean? Like, that could just keep going. So my whole point is, you enjoy in the moment the wins, and especially against these rivalry teams.
It's gonna be a vibe in there.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a vibe.
They got the.
You guys are ready? Like, you're in your courtside. You guys are in like courtside apparel right now, because like this t-shirt came from.
You see what he got on.
Kenny, I'm seeing what Kenny's got on.
Don't do that.
This is some certified heat right there.
But you got some Keith on right now? Some Keith. Keith? You got some Keith on? That's your brand.
Me?
Yeah.
I've got, you know what I've got on? I've got a vintage t-shirt that my mom had in 1970 from Yngwie Malmsteen, a rocker t-shirt. So I'm just
that t-shirt probably worth $250.
Real talk. Because Trysta, I think she got a deal with Keith.
I wish I had a deal with Kid. I would shout it from the rooftops. I might. Yo, did you tell Kenny what I told you?
No. Nobody texted me.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know.
It's nothing.
I didn't know.
I'll break her to the chatty house. Nothing's come of it yet.
Yo, okay. Yeah. Y'all might want to hear this.
I'll break this to the chatty house. I haven't told anybody about it because it hasn't come of anything yet. But listen, I'm on the phone with my buddy. When did I text you? Was it Saturday night? Sunday?
It was
it Sunday night?
Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday or Sunday night, I'm on the phone. And I'm like checking my Instagram, right? And I see that I've got my headphones in, so the Instagram message comes through the AirPods, right? And I look at my DMs and I'm like, what's this? It's like, yo, blah, blah, blah. Content is fire. I want to talk business with you. And I'm like, what is this whack ass like account? That it's like, what is this solicitation? Because people are always doing that on LinkedIn. Like, do you need help with your podcast? Like, and they're like from India, right? And I'm like, is that and it's Cameron, bro. It's Cameron.
That's a shoot.
We up.
Yeah, it's a
We
shoot.
up. Yo, we up, man. Yo,
Wait. There's more.
So I click on it and I'm like, is this the real Cameron? 3.1 million followers. And I'm bet, let's do this. I DM him back and I'm like, yeah, big fan of your content as well. Like I've been a fan of yours since like Dipset, like in my youth. Like hit me up, and he sends me his number.
Come on, man, we up, man. We up. Oh,
I just,
baby, let's go. Snap, we up. Hey,
I just told her
Trysta
don't forget
Krick.
about us.
You know what it is. We talking that sports. We talking that biz.
Yes.
Come on, man. We up. We up, Trysta. Y'all, now get him on the stream on one of the Tuesdays, man.
I'm telling you, that's how we get the collaboration with Kim. That's how. And I was listening to the, Might Delete Later, and I was listening with a friend of mine and to the that 2024 song, like We Ready or whatever. And I was like, man, this sounds so old school. And I didn't have like the title of the song with like the features. I was like, man, am I tripping? Is it just like, when you're around something and then so everything reminds you that? I was like, is it just me or does this song kind of sound like a 2002 diplomatic immunity song? Is this Dipset? Yeah. And I was like, Cameron on the song, and like J. Cole literally rapping like his ass off like he's Cameron.
Man, I missed that track too. Now it's gone. I didn't even get a chance to listen. People told me about it, and I didn't get a chance.
No, that song's still.
I don't think the album's gone.
Oh, just 7
minute 7 minute drill is gone.
Yeah.
The album's
7 minutes. The album's still there. Yeah, and the album is really good.
Really it is. Good. I told TK, hey, don't forget about us.
I said what?
Man, come on,
I said it's us. It's us.
Come on, man. We up
Forget
there.
about who?
That's so fire.
Trista, Cam, and Mace. Let's go.
Fire. Well, as the chat pointed out, they did lose one of their guests recently, so they might need to.
I said, is this because I was thinking in my head, is this because OJ died? Am I gonna replace OJ?
Yeah.
And what's crazy is people like folks in the chatty house, I don't know who it is, but for the last like 6 months, I've been getting people tagging "It Is What It Is" in my videos. Like, yo, it is what it is. Like, you guys are similar humor, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
No, we don't give a damn. We'll say all of it. We'll say what it is.
That reminds me, you and I need to link. Like, we either need to link up tomorrow or this weekend.
Yes.
Because tomorrow's our short day, or we could do it over the weekend. But we need to. TK gonna send D-Lo and Casey to another level. I'll tell you about it.
Oh man, don't nobody tell me nothing around here, man. I just be out here. Nobody tell me nothing.
Because you're the
I'm sorry.
Party
I'm
boy,
sorry.
Okay, the business is on the left. The party is on the right.
No, this is also the dude that threw me under the Keegan Murray bus.
When? I didn't throw you under the bus. I just explained what was going on. That's it.
What happened?
That's all.
Oh no, TK. No, she's getting a call. It's fine because she's on her phone. She's getting a call right now. It's good. It's fine.
What happened?
Well, you went dark for a second. You're good now. Well, all right. For those that aren't watching, Trysta just vanished. She's just gone.
Man.
Stand by.
I'm back.
Yeah,
I got a call, and I couldn't. I have to put it on Do Not Disturb.
Did you guys? We all got the iPhones. Did you guys do the update?
I did. Has it done anything? Is there anything different?
They forced it. They forced the update on us.
Yeah, they did.
I wouldn't have done it. But one of the new things they have. I remember when they talked about this like 6 months ago, 8 months ago. Now they have if you try to FaceTime somebody and they don't pick up, you leave the FaceTime voicemail.
Yeah,
Oh,
dumbass.
okay.
I did that to you when you didn't answer during your birthday.
That's cap. And I called right back.
You did, but I did leave that message for you via video, via FaceTime
Kenny
video.
doesn't know how to. Kenny's one of them dudes who has like 400 messages on their
Oh,
phone.
yeah.
That's cap.
Yeah.
That's just my emails, not my text messages.
Okay.
That's why people don't text you about things, because they're like, I'm going to get all excited to share something exciting with Kenny, and then he's just not going to reply.
Text your boy, man.
Yeah, that's a shoot.
Text your boy.
That's a shoot.
Text your boy.
What else do you think about the rest of the playing games? You I think you said a second ago you got the Lakers losing to the Pelicans.
No, I've got the Lakers smacking the Pelicans up.
Oh, okay.
Why do you feel that way?
I just don't think that this is a good matchup for the Pelicans at all. It feels like without Brandon Ingram, and like he's back, but he's not really back, right? Like he's on a minutes restriction. He doesn't look fluid. He doesn't look like himself. He looked okay. Like, and everybody that I talked to says like he looked okay. But the truth is, the Lakers are just leaning into their big lineup, and they're just too imposing, physically imposing for a team that has lost all faith in Jonas Valanciunas. He's just barely playing minutes. They're starting Larry Nance Jr. That's a bad matchup, I think, against AD and Rui. Like, you're having Zion post up against guys that he cannot move, and that just changes the entire complexion of what they want to do. CJ McCollum is essentially their major scoring option. And I, as a Portland Trailblazer fan, he's not your number one guy. So without Brandon Ingram fully healthy, and the way that the Pelicans perform when everything is on the line and the chips are on the table, like they needed that game against the Lakers to be the 6th seed and stay out of the whole Denver Nugget nonsense. And then they could have played a team like the Suns, which they just dominated 2 weeks ago, right? But instead, that's not what it is. They get smacked before anything even happens. What, they have like 21 turnovers in the first half? Nuts. So I don't see anything being different 2 days from the last time that they played. And doesn't it feel a little like the in-season tournament as well, the way that last matchup went? Like they just got bullied.
It's crazy to hear somebody talk about the Pelicans in this manner,
Right.
after what we see from the
Right.
Pelicans every time.
Right.
They beat the hell out of the Kings. Trysta, did you know this is crazy? Do you know what CJ McCollum is shooting from 3 against the Kings this year?
80%?
Close. 71.
Nuts.
He's probably shot like 43s and he's shooting 71% against
and
the
that's
Kings.
why the law of like deduction doesn't work, because what are you, 4-0 against the Lakers this year and 0-4 against the Pelicans?
0-5.
0-5 against the Pelicans. So it's one of those scenarios where, and then the Lakers dominate the Pelicans. It's just a game of matchups, right? And Kings do not match up well with the Pellies. They don't.
We're 3-1 against the Nuggets too.
3-1 against the Nuggets.
We.
How do you think? Let's talk about optimism, right? Glass half full, 3/4 full instead of 1/4. Well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we play the Thunder, which would be an absolute dream matchup to see in person. I would love that. How do you think the Kings match up with the Thunder?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think they match up really well.
They beat them.
Well,
it went 2-2. Then this last time they played them without Monk, and they blew a 20-point lead. They were up 20. Ended up losing that game. Sabonis seems to be a little, I want to say too physical, because Chet holds his own, but his physicality gives Chet some problems. And with the guys that they have now that play a lot, they have a lot of guys to throw at SGA. So they match up. They match up pretty well with the Thunder.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the Kings, in their full operational form, match up great against the Thunder. You know what that will look like in terms of Malik, should the Sacramento Kings manage to win a couple of games in a row here. What that might look like for Malik and a potential return, who knows? But I think that's one of the more attractive matchups for Sacramento, is the one against Oklahoma City.
I think so too. I would have loved to see the Denver series as well, but like, truth be told, this team shouldn't even be in the plan. Like, Kings should be sitting in the 5 seed or succeed and be done with this whole thing. It's very annoying.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Well, because Tristan, it's my girl. You know what I'm saying? So I got to make sure she gets to do whatever she needs to do, whatever she likes to do. Tristan, tell me about the Bucks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, does Damian Lillard look like the saddest human being on earth to you when he's at the free throw line?
You see, Stephen A. said he went out.
What do you say?
Stephen A. said he might went out.
Yeah.
You can't request a trade 2 years in a row.
No, you cannot.
You're flirting with James Harden status.
Now you go from being the most liked dude in the league
to
like, oh, he's on some other stuff. Right
Don't
now.
ever go James Harden status.
No, like that's when you really jump the shark. I said it when he was walking down whatever that street is in Milwaukee when he first got traded there, and he had his kids on both arms, and he's kind of like half-heartedly waving, shoulder, wrist. And I'm like, he does not look happy. He does not look happy in his tour through the facility. He does not look happy down the streets of Milwaukee. This is not a destination, obviously, he was intending to go. And maybe great basketball situation, but now the basketball situation doesn't look great either. And you've got Giannis with a strained calf, which we saw Kevin Durant with a strained calf. He came back a month later and tore his Achilles. So I think they need to be extremely careful with that. But outside of whatever's happening in his personal life, because obviously there's a lot going on, when they were playing against the Magic, he looked, it was like quarter one, guys. Have you ever been out way too late, or you're going through something and you have to go to work the next day and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh, I look like hell. I look like what the cat drug in. That was Dame Lillard at the free throw line. Bags under his eyes, sadness, like not tears welling or anything, but just like almost that dead look that emanates from your soul when you're just trying to keep your stuff together. That was him. He looked like he was 47 years old out there against a Magic team that were last year 100-1 to win their own division. It's a wrap. And now they play a team like the Indiana Pacers that's beaten them 4 out of 5 times, and you don't have Giannis. You better hope Tyrese Halliburton still has a finicky hamstring. You better hope it's getting bad.
What do you think, to talk a little bit more about Milwaukee, because it's some things that we've heard? What are you hearing about Giannis possibly wanting out?
Well, I don't think he really wanted, from what I understand, to sign that extension. But then you trade for Dame, which is the last time he signed his extension was when they traded for Drew and then they won the title. It was kind of like forcing his hand. But Giannis has said many, many times, listen, if I don't think we're a contending team, I'm out of here. Anywhere I go, I need to be progressing towards winning. And that's coming from a guy who didn't even think that first round exit against the Heat was a failure. He thought it was just a step to success. But he's willing to put pressure on the front office. He's willing to put pressure on the ownership and has been that way since he became a superstar. So I think if they get bounced to the Pacers, you're like, yo, I don't even know what is happening. Chris Middleton looks damaged and not himself. Brooke Lopez is getting older. Bobby Portis can't be the connective tissue. And then you've lost a lot of shooters like Grayson Allen. I mean, this is just a team on the brink of a full rebuild. Like they are just teeter-tottering.
You think Philly gets past Miami?
I don't know. I don't know about Joel Embiid's health. If Joel Embiid was fully healthy, I would say yeah. But Boston's going to have their hands full with either one of those matchups, honestly. And obviously a lot of that hinges on Joel Embiid's health. And is Terry Rozier healthy? He's been having some weird neck issues. Tyler Hero, he's been having some stuff. Like Duncan Robinson's been having some stuff. But in general, like you can't really count out the Heat. I took them 16-1 to win the East simply because April's their favorite time of year.
So you feel like it's not just easy work for Boston in these playoffs?
No. I think it should be. They've obviously got the horses. You got Derek White, who's going to be potentially an all-NBA defender. You've got Drew Holiday, who I think when he's at his best is one of the best, if not the best, on-ball defenders in the league. You've got Tatum, who's a good two-way defender, Jaylen Brown is a good two-way defender, and these guys can all score. And then you've got Kristaps Porzingis, who really kind of shapes things in a new way in terms of how they want to play basketball in a way that Joe Mazzulla really didn't have in order to play his style of basketball. So, yeah, they should rip through everybody. But the problem is what we say it is always, which is like, what happens if a little pressure gets put on them? What happens if they're falling behind? What happens if they have a lead? Like maybe they have a 3-1 series lead and then now it's 3-2. How does their butt start to pucker? And like, what type of decisions do they make? Do they continue to play team basketball, or does Jason Tatum decide he's going to take unnecessary step back 30-footers that are contested? That's just like what he does. Tough shots he has no business taking. Instead of what I want to see Tatum do is put his head down and get to the rim. That's what he like. Put your pretty face in the line of fire and see what it is.
Trysta on the, what is this called, 4 Seasons Porch or something like that.
3 seasons.
3 Seasons Porch. She doesn't.
No winter.
Well, don't do it in the winter. She
Yeah.
doesn't like physically look like a grandma. She looks like she's like in her mid-20s, but she's got a grandma look right now. She's in her rocking chair.
The rocking chair,
the birds, the sun, the way, it's the Grandma Krick. Grandma Krick.
Sitting back telling stories.
Yeah, exactly.
We love you, TK. We need to light the beam tonight. Yes.
Light it, baby. Warm me up on that beam, baby.
Let's go.
You know what it is.
Trysta Santana set. You already know the
TK, we'll see you next week. Did she freeze? She did. She in fact froze and disappeared.